Wonderful. That's great. All right, welcome. And with all COVID-19 protocol observed, social distancing and various other matters, we can continue in having this live broadcast, but also the live in-studio broadcast. We are being joined from a couple of different spheres, and I want to welcome, first of all, our social media logins, the people who are joining us via our Facebook page, then also various people joining us via Zoom. I would like to start with welcoming our board, and I want to start with Dr. Rudy van Vieren. Doc, you've been a great leader to this organization. Welcome here this morning. Also, the previous board and the newly elected board, Daniel, I see Helga, I see Trevor, I see our patron, Francois van Heerden, I see Polly, our vice president. Welcome to all of you. I haven't seen anyone from the Sports Commission, but also welcome to them if they have arrived in the last minute or so. On Zoom, we're being joined by the ICC, Patricia Kamarami and her team, Justin and Kubeng, who is representative from the ICC Office Africa. Thank you to your leadership and to your assistance in the past year, Patricia, and very much welcome. We're also being joined on Zoom from our head coach, Mr. Pierre de Bruin, also Albi Morkel, our consultant, various others, Jan Frailing, one of the players, our newly selected women's coach, Francois, who's joining us from there, and then also IXU, who's our technical partner, who's making sure that our players are well equipped and look professional wherever they go. Also MTC, who's joining us via Zoom. Welcome to you. It's great to have you here today. Since we started with some sponsors, I want to welcome all the other sponsors in the room, and hopefully I don't neglect anyone, and I want to give maximum exposure to you as I can. To F&B, Mr. Gordon Piccolo. I haven't seen Gordon this morning, but he has confirmed. So Gordon, to you and your team from F&B, I really want to emphasize you've been our longest partner with our F&B Quata program, who is now the Ashburton mini cricket program, also to the representatives from Ashburton who is present here today. Then Pupkewitz, Toyota, Anton, Etienne, Yaku, you guys who are here. It's great that we entered a wonderful partnership with you, and thank you for those lovely vehicles. You guys are the best. Then from Castlelight, AB InBev, Josh and Husseini, it's great to have you guys present. Thank you for your participation in us as a team and making sure that when we have events, when COVID is past, that we can do it at the quality that we would like to. Then our partners from the Stel, Leon, I've seen you here this morning. Liz, the same to you. Giovanni, welcome here. It's great to have you present. The partners from the Stel is also Richelieu, sponsoring our T20 competition. Then we also got Nelly from New Life. Welcome to you with Marco in the States. It's great to have you present, Nelly. We've got Exco also in the form of Christo, and then we've got APS with Robert. Great to have you guys here, and thank you for everything that each of you guys do for us. We also got Jana from Torga Optical, who is our eye care partner. Jana, it's great to have you present here today. I hope all protocol is observed, and I want to switch over to the media and maybe just touch on a few of them. Future Media for hosting us today. It's great that we can be here. Gary, to you and your team. We're also entering a lovely partnership with you that I don't want to spend some time on this morning. To every other radio station that is present, I've seen a couple. I'm not going to mention all of you, but thank you to all of you. Also to NBC. Wesley, you've been a wonderful friend to Cricket Namibia. It's great to have you and your team here, like always, I almost want to say. Then to every newspaper, Helga, I've seen you. I think I've seen Andrew. I might be wrong, but I've seen a couple of you this morning. It's great to have you present. Then also hashtag marketing, our newest partner. It's great to have you, and thank you for all the visuals and all the hard work you've done over this weekend to make this day work. Also for the live stream today. TV Africa, it's also great to see you. I haven't seen Quinton, but I've seen some representatives from you. Then most importantly, the players, the people standing on my right-hand side and a couple at the back there. It's lovely to have you, Gerard, you on your team. You guys are the reason that we are here, so you are most welcome. I've also seen some representatives from our newly elected Coaches Association and also from our newly elected National Schools Committee. Jasper, it's great to have you and Dixon present. Wonderful that you guys will be here. It's amazing. It was an amazing year. The year started April last year, 2019. And it almost seems as if it's not stopping to a big degree, but it started with a high-pressure, wonderful competition that we hosted, which was the ODI qualifiers. We had to beat Hong Kong. We had to win the game against Hong Kong before the final playoffs. And it was not just winning it, but it was also winning it with a very high margin for us to be able to qualify. It's a game where JP and Stevie walked out there and both scored 100. We made over 350 and we won the game with more than 100 runs. And that put us into the final. We ended up winning the final and then qualifying for ODI status. But it went further. We also qualified for the first ever T20 World Cup in Dubai in October last year. We all know that that event is now postponed with another year. But that is an exceptional team performance. What people also do not know is that we currently rank top 20 in ODI cricket and T20 cricket, which is a magnificent achievement. I also want to mention that silently our women's team has qualified as second position in the Africa qualifiers last year, and I participated in the Scotland playoffs for the World Cup towards the end of last year. And that's definitely something that we want to emphasize more on, is the performances of our national women's side. I want to emphasize the leadership by Dr. Rudy van Vuuren and the previous board. They started 2 years ago with aligning strategy and principles that Cricket Namibia wants to walk forward and wants to be seen, wants to be known. It's been a year of really tough decision-making on their front, but it's magnificent leadership that took the company to not only show cash and accounting profits towards the end of 2019, but also paid back $4.5 million to creditors. We are now completely debt-free as an organization, and we want to prove to the country and to commercials that we're here to run cricket as a business, but also run business in the way we operate our money. And under your leadership, that has realized, Doc. On a domestic front, we serve more than 26,000 kids, primary school kids, playing mini cricket throughout the country. That is a partnership with F&B that's now moved over to Ashburton Mini Cricket. That is mostly serving public school players. 47% of them are female. That means almost 13,000 girls are playing cricket in Namibia, which is wonderful. In this year, we had 3 different umpires training courses. We trained more than 220 young coaches in the form of teachers. We donated 8 Insta pitches or movable pitches to 8 public schools throughout the country. We expanded our programs into 4 different regions in Namibia, now serving 9 regions in total. We are launching 3 new schools tournaments, the one that will be launched on the 5th of August. I'm not going to give that away now. But 3 new youth school tournaments that will run out this year. We created a girls-only competition for the first time, and we appointed a full-time girls and women's development coach who is joining us today, as I mentioned. During COVID, we focused on upskilling our staff. We focused on planning for the new season. We did different benchmarking exercises, and we did some international leadership forums with our head coach and our high-performance manager. And the purpose of that is to serve our stakeholders to the best of our ability. We also started with a life skill program with our national players, did some lovely media training with Wesley last week. We also did some financial planning with them and several other courses that are coming up. We're launching a community upliftment program towards the end of the year. But that is not why we invited you today. The invitation this morning is focusing on a wonderful recognition, I almost want to say, from the ICC. It is an official announcement that they are making exactly at 12:30, and that is when we can release it. And I hope I'm sticking to my time so that we can be exactly on the minute. And I'm not going to give it away. We've built up too long. Our national coach doesn't even know that we're getting the award. Only Gary from the players knows what we are receiving, and the board. So we've done quite well in keeping this a secret. Natalia and the team from the office, it was a great job. And without me giving it away, we're going to play a lovely video that the ICC has released, and then the video constructed by #media that clearly explains where we as a company are today.
Firstly, I want to thank the ICC for the recognition of associate in performance of the association as a whole. Starting the Division 2 tournament last year in April, it was the start of our new coaching staff and culture that was brought in the team, and it was very nice to kickstart a successful campaign. It was very special with our home base today, and it's definitely with tournaments it always come through. I think it sort of kickstarted us into a very successful last 2 years on the global stage.
Christ, up in the air, simple catch, and it is Nirvana for Namibia. What an outstanding achievement for the first time in their history. They make it through to the World T20 finals.
We're really proud of that performance.
When they talk about Namibia, here's what they usually say. They mention where the dunes meet the ocean, the multiple cultures and languages, the tribes that remain authentic to their culture, where the fastest land animal roams free. But here's what else they should be saying about Namibia. They should be talking about the team that has risen from the development program that produces 26,000 players of all ages. The only team that has a variety of well-equipped homegrown cricket stadiums to choose from. The team that, even when seen as an underdog, rises every single time. The only team in the country with full-on professional players. The team that has beaten even some of the best in the game. So next time you hear them mention Namibia, make sure they don't forget the Eagles, ICC Associate Members Men's Performance Team of the Year.
Thank you. That is truly significant. And just maybe to highlight that there's 92 countries as associate member countries as part of the ICC. So to achieve this reward is not just significant, it is a wonderful milestone for the players, but also for Namibia. And it's a wonderful achievement that we can take forward and be recognized as a sporting brand within the country, but also in the world going forward. I want to emphasize the massive work done by Pierre de Bruin, and I've left that till the last because it's literally been that significant. He completely changed this team from January 2018 into a winning formula, a winning recipe that not just compete at local domestic competitions, but the top countries in the world. So Pierre, I know you're joining us on Zoom, and I know you're celebrating in your own room in quarantine at the moment, but your sacrifices has been immense, and what you've done for this team has been spectacular. So thank you for that, and congratulations for what you have done. Right, we will now be going into live interviews. We'll have Doc up front here, and just before that, Doc will hand over the official trophy to Gerard. Then we'll do a couple of live interviews, and the players will then be available for any other interviews in the room. They did receive some media training, so they're ready for this now. And then we'll also be on future media radio stations throughout the course of today. Please share the morning with us. It's great to see so many of you here. You have become friends of Cricket Namibia, and thank you again for everyone being here today. Doc, if you and Harry can come up. Doc, I'm going to ask that you stay in front, and then Natalia, if you can start with the interviews. The rest of the media, you can start with players' interviews, and then there's lovely champagne and snacks for everyone to enjoy with us.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today. Is it this one?
No, that's fine.
Both of them. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. And I don't know whether the live stream is still going on. And good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good day to everyone that is joining us from all the other parts of the world. Thank you so much for choosing Cricket Namibia and joining into our live stream. Here with me, I'm with Dr. Rudy van Vuren, and I'm sure the excitement is extreme, although you already knew about it. But how do you feel about this achievement, not only to Cricket Namibia, but to the whole of Namibia? How do you feel about it?
I think in a time when we need good news, this is the right treatment for us as a country and as a sporting code. It's amazing. I had to postpone personal things to be here today because I was part of this journey. It's basically the same group of players that we had 2.5 years ago. The only difference is they've trimmed down, they've lost half their weight. And in Cricket Namibia, we've created a culture where we've got a fantastic coach, better people make better players, a great CEO, a great team, you guys, and that's the result that we have, is the performance of the year. Now, as Johan said, 92 teams competed for this performance. 92. And a small country with 2.4 million people just punches way above its weight and takes this trophy away from 92 other competitors. And the pride is just, we share the pride with the team. Great leadership from Gerard, great acquired knowledge from Francois and people who were involved in the past who brought us here today.
I don't really know how and I'm so happy to be part of the team. I can proudly say I don't know how we as Cricket Namibia do it, but then, at certain times and period, we had this whole COVID-19 situation, but Cricket Namibia kept producing good news. So I'm actually really proud to be part of this team, what are your highlights looking back? Let's just have a flashback the past, should I say 17 months? What are your highlights?
I think one of the highlights was having Daniel and Polly in the beginning of the journey with me. These two guys really supported everything and came up with most of the ideas and most of the discipline and the culture around it. And then seeing how the dots connected, how the right person took the coaching job, how we qualified for ODI status, how we got the right people in the right place, and how you guys just stepped up. I mean, it's just the respect we have for our team, for our CEO, for our coaches, for our players. Those are the things that's a highlight for me, just to be a part of that. And it shows you what, if you have one common goal. We had one common goal, and that's to qualify for ODI status. If we didn't make that, cricket would have been down the drain. And how everyone united behind one common goal, the sponsors, the media, the supporters, the board, and we reached that goal. And from there on, the T20 qualification was, of course, a big highlight, and this is now just the cherry on the cake.
All right, and I'm sure, everyone else is talking about ODI status. We've got fully professional cricket players. Perhaps I'm not quite sure whether everyone really understands what it means for Namibia to have ODI status and be the only sporting code in Namibia to have fully professional players. Do you mind, just explaining, especially the ODI status? I'm sure there are few people that do not know what ODI means or stands for.
So ODI stands for One-Day Internationals. So that status makes it possible for these guys to play on the global stage. Now, we've already seen what happened to a guy like JJ with his performances, that he gets picked up and drawn into international tournaments. So they can enhance their careers by playing on the international stage. For Cricket Namibia, it means more funding from the ICC, and that means we can put more money into cricket in this country. And if you think about the COVID situation, now that there is no rugby and no other sports, all of a sudden everyone's playing cricket.
Yeah.
I've seen more cricket in the last 3-4 months than I've ever seen in this country. And when you have some funding because of the performances of our team, and you put it into the sport, we're just going to see our team get better and better, our women's team get better and better, because that's a big emphasis for us going forward. And our whole sport just getting momentum. And once you've got momentum, we just keep pushing that wheel in the right direction.
Yeah. All right, one more question. You know, we as Cricket Namibia, we are so proud, and we always emphasize that that we are so proud to be led by a very strong leadership. Our board members, the executive committee, is not only are they board members, but one thing that is very important, and that is a cherry on the cake, is that they've got the passion for the game of cricket. What is your message to the team and to the whole of Namibia from the board members?
I think we are not paid as board members. This is our payment. This is the enjoyment we get out of your performances, is for us remuneration. So please keep paying us.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Rudy van Vuren. All right, now I'm joined by the mighty captain, Gerard Erasmus. Gerard, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Natalia?
I'm fine. First thing first. You know, you're the first teammate
Yeah.
that knew of this whole award. Tell me, how much of a task was this to keep it from your teammates?
Yeah, very much so. I live with one of my teammates, and I just played a dumb all week. I couldn't say anything. So, but here we are now. Sorry, guys, that I sort of lied to you the last week or so. You guys think I was out studying. I wasn't. I was just keeping myself on the low. But yeah, no, and here we are. And I think that we've been speaking about the players a lot now. I think what really touches on is that this is really a spirit of excellence brewing in and amongst the association, the stakeholders, everyone involved. And I think this event in itself, as you can see, what Cricket Namibia is about now.
Yeah, you know, Cricket Namibia is the thing, guys. Something I want to ask is that you being, everyone speaks so much highly of how you lead the team. I think you're actually, social media famous. Everyone seems to like you. But anyways, how does this make you feel? What does this award mean to the Eagles?
Yeah, I think, as we spoke about earlier, the way Pia trains us and the hard work we've put in the last couple of months is really, this is now the fruits that we're bearing. And I think it's been quite tough, actually, the last couple of months, the last 5 months. So being able to have a nice, golden thread in between it now, it's very relieving. It's been quite tough for the players, not being a bit uncertain, not knowing when they're going to play again. But this is definitely something that all of us individually can put the feather in their cap, I think.
Yeah. I'm now also just thinking back to last year, and I'm so happy that I was part of that whole journey, and we're now here celebrating an award. But what are your expectations, now that we got this award? Remember that next year is a very competitive and lots of cricket that will be played next year. So do you feel any pressure maybe after this? And because then later on we get into the World Cup. So what are you looking forward to?
Yeah, I think if you do well, then people expect a new bar from you. They expect a new standard, and that's what we've done for ourselves. We want to raise that standard again. As Rudy said earlier, you can see the guys are very fit. They train very, very well. So next year, I think a very tough schedule is going to be. It's going to be something that we're going to have to look at as a squad. We are a very tight group of, say, 15 or 17 guys contracted, and a national group of about 20 players. And that's actually quite small, to be honest. So it's very much it's a close-knit team, and we're going to have to be strong in that period because the games might come thick and fast, and injuries do come around. So in that sense, we're going to have to be very professional. And with all these guys backing us, I think we need to raise the bar again.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much, Captain. Right?
Am I done? Thanks.
Yes, you're done. Up next. All right, so I will first do the team photo, and then I'll continue with my two last interviews.
If the entire team can come to the front, we're just going to capture that. So if the team can come to the front, that will be great. Do it now, it's a good time to do it. Right, there will now be informal interviews, and you're welcome to enjoy the morning. Right, there will now be informal interviews. You can continue taking some of the players for interviews if you want to, and Natalia is going to continue with the live streaming. Thank you for coming out, and enjoy the morning.
Okay. All right. Should I just... All right. Sorry guys, just you guys might have forgotten that we actually are doing a live Facebook. We're live on Facebook right now. So if we can maybe take the photos afterwards, would be great. Yes. All right. Up next, I'm gonna call the legendary. I like using the word legendary because he is actually an Eagles legend, Craig Williams. Hi, how are you, Craig?
Fine, and you, Natalia?
I'm good, thanks. Craig, I'm going to start off. I don't know whether it will be a good way for me to start this interview the way I'm going to start it, but a little bird told me, we've got internet all over, that you actually retired cricket, playing cricket. So tell me about that and your journey, because you're the longest serving team in the Eagles right now, and seeing how the team has grown, since you left and where we are right now.
Anatolia, yes, so that little birdie that told you is true. I retired at the end of 2018. Obviously family life, work, all those things, they sort of needed to take priority, but when the new head coach, Pierre de Bruin, started, I know him from Pretoria. He approached me and asked if I would consider coming back. So I look back at that moment, December, towards the end of 2018 as a defining moment in my life, for me and my family. And January 2019, I returned with these bunch of guys, youngsters, who are keeping me young now. So, so I'm still out of retirement at the moment. World Cup's been moved by a year, so I'm waiting for Pierre to get out of quarantine, and then we'll probably have those discussions over a coffee again.
All right. Okay. So, do you think that it was perhaps a good choice that you came back to cricket? What do you think?
No, it was a great choice. My kids are old enough now to appreciate, cricket. They love coming to watch. This group of guys that we're playing with at the moment is a fantastic team, well led by Gerard. Great coaching staff. Cricket Namibia, the whole board, the whole office, everybody's working as a team. So, I wish I was 26 and I could play for another 10 years. It's just fantastic to be part of this organization now.
All right. Now we also hope to keep you much longer. Everyone keeps talking about the way. Like, have you seen the way Craig sweeps that ball? I'm so glad that I now understand the cricket terms. I can use the word sweep and Thank you so much, Craig.
Okay, Natalia. Thank you.
Okay. Up next, I'll call up Pakia France. He always complains that I don't usually write his name properly, but Hello, Pakia France. Hi, how are you?
Morning, Natalia. I'm well, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, Piki, let's talk about your journey as an Eagles player from when you were contracted, and now last year was a roller coaster year with so much cricket being played, and I'm sure you are being tested, in a way that you don't really know if you're going to make the squad, the upcoming tournament. You don't really know if you're going to make it. And now that you are part of the World Cup, and now all of a sudden you're getting this award, what does this mean to you as an individual?
Yes, Natalia, last year was quite the year. Psychologically, we were tested on all fronts, physically as well. But, with all the training and, mental preparedness, it was quite worth it at the end with all the tournaments that we've played in. We have quite the team this year, or from last year, that was put together. So it's as if everything just came together, all the self-belief, all the hard work, and eventually all the sweat, paid off.
All right, Piki, we are in the journey of growing the game of cricket in Namibia, and I think if you guys, those that are watching, if you just joined us now, you can just rewind a bit, then you can watch the CEO's speech. We're actually introducing more cricket games, and it's really a good thing for cricket because we want to grow the game of cricket. It's a game for everyone, regardless of race, regardless of gender, and we're really just trying to embrace it, especially right now. Picky, what are your, what would you like to say, or a word of inspiration to the young aspiring cricketers?
Natalia, last year when we as a team, we went on the cricket road trips throughout Namibia, specifically me and the few guys, we went one of the trips, I think you joined us, yes, you joined us as well. We went up north. I think it was just quite fascinating seeing the smiles on the kids' faces. You know, cricket has changed the majority of our lives, and you know, in future going forward, or just introducing the game to these specific kids, you know, it can change their lives as well, Natalia. We've been quite fortunate being introduced to the game. So I think if we could have, in future years, we'll have more plans, just introducing the game to the kids, and I don't know, it can take them anywhere. So that will be quite interesting going forward in future.
All right, thank you so much, Picky. I wish you all the best and a very beautiful 2021. We're all excited for 2021, guys. Just be on the lookout for Cricket Namibia. All right, so that's from me, Natalia Nayoma, Marketing Manager for Cricket Namibia. Until next time, thank you for joining us, guys. Bye.